Hi, I'm Briony Montgomery from The Mother Way, and I wanted to come and share with you today a really exciting offer that I'm launching this November 2020. And it's in an area that I really love and I am inspired to guide and lead in, and that is gathering women together. So, right now in the world, there is an incredible amount of overwhelm, fear, a sense of loss and grief. A lot of people numb to what's happening globally this last year, and there's no point in the future that we're actually seeing that this situation that we find ourselves globally is actually going to stop or morph into something else. And so what we're sitting on right now and what we're looking at right now is the birthing of a new earth, a new way of community, a new way of being, a new way of looking at the world, and how we're going to actually move into the next step of what that looks like for each of us. And so the offering that I'm bringing to you is on point and on purpose for these times. It is medicine for resourcing yourself within, instead of looking externally into culture, community, government, organizations, corporations, our one-on-one relationships. Instead of looking outwards of ourselves and looking for external resources and validation and our sense of self around us, what I'm guiding is a passageway and journey for you to be resourced within, to look within you, to find those parts of yourself that are going to help and support you in navigating for yourself and for your family and your loved ones, what this new world is, what this reality is, where we're sitting right now. So this offering is so important right now at this time in history, at this time on the earth. And it is going to be giving you the skills and the support and the nourishment, tools, practices, in order to get yourself rooted into who you are, what your power is, what your potential is, where you belong, and what your next step is in these extraordinary times in this new world. So what I'm launching is the Inner Mother Sanctum Women's Circle. It will be a 7-week online guided circle for women who are ready to fulfill themselves, to tap into their resources within, to be resourced within, and start to use those resources around them and to support themselves, their family, their businesses, and their personal relationships, in who they are, in what they want to create, or how they want to navigate what is happening in the world right now, where we find ourselves globally. And these circles I've been holding, I've been gathering women in this type of format, personally and online, for 5 years. And these circles are centralized around bringing women together through guided embodiment feminine practices, sharing, self-compassion practices of nourishment and support, self-care. And we will look at, in the 7-week journey, because it's going to be a regular ongoing offering for me, we'll be centralizing practices and the circle dynamic, and the women gathering together around themes that are really particular to our current global landscape and environment, mythology, resources for what we need within ourselves right now, of how we can tap into those resources in order to bring them through for ourselves and our family. We'll be exploring stories. We'll be exploring edges of what it is to be a woman in this time, of how to rise in our feminine power and what that looks like, and how to embody that in our everyday, how to navigate our personal relationships, how it is to be in community with other women, how we can actually move those practices and that held, embodied and nourished feminine community into our everyday community and our everyday. All of my practices and offerings of who I am as a healer, a body worker, a guide and a teacher are all rooted in how it is to be an embodied practitioner of your own life, and how you navigate that with a family, with career, with life. I'm a mama of 4, so I'm right at the center, right rooted into what that means. I'm a wife, so I'm also rooted into what that means in my relationship, as well as how I move around my life and my circumstances as woman right now. And my work is sharing those practices, sharing those skills, that support, that guidance with other women who are right in the heart, right in the guts of what it is to be a woman right now, and wanting to bring her power through and her medicine through to resource herself, to resource her family, to resource her children and her community, and to resource herself even in her career and even in her relationships and friendships with other women. So this is what we're going to be exploring in these 7-week journeys. The first journey kicks off in November, the week of the 9th, 10th of November, and I will confirm the dates. It is an online 7-week practice. We will gather online for the week's practice every week, and you'll be given practices at home if you desire to do so, but the bulk of the work will be in the gathering each week for the 7-week journey. So the launch for the Inner Mother Sanctum Women's Circle is in November. I will have a special introductory price offer for anybody who wants to join this maiden voyage of my new Women's Circle offering. Follow the link that I've put attached this video to register your interest. I will also be holding a mini circle in my private Facebook group, which is called the Inner Mother Sanctum. So again, register your interest in the link that I've attached to this video so I can send you some more information on when that's actually being held. It will be a free offering, and you can have a look you can have a kind of a feel as to how I work, how I hold space, and the practices, some of the practices that we will be doing in the 7-week guided journey for the Inner Mother Sanctum Women's Circle that starts in November. If you want to find out more about my work, about the Inner Mother Sanctum Women's Circle, go to www.brionymontgomery.com, and the link is in the top header under Women's Circles, and it gives you some more information as well as some testimonials on my site from other women who've been in circle with me and I've had the pleasure of guiding. Hey, thanks so much for listening, and I hope to see you in the Inner Mother Sanctum really soon.